What is going on? And welcome to the 6th annual Northwest Can-Am Maverick Trail Meet. One of our good friends lives nearby, knows this area really well, and he offered to host, plan, and basically get everything set up for this year's festivities. A big thanks to Ron for all of the work in this past year that he has spent pre-writing and trail clearing and everything else that he went through to put all of this together. Now there's about 30 of us this year, I believe, somewhere in that neighborhood, split up into 3 groups again, leaving about 30 minutes apart. There are 4 days of rides planned. This is just day one. Day one generally is a fairly easy and fairly short, just a good day to get acquainted, and for the new people that haven't ridden with big groups like this, just a good way to learn how we do the turns and keep everyone together. And it's day one is always a good practice run, a good dry run, I guess, just to show everybody how things work. And so we're just getting the first group lined up, getting their pre-ride briefing and safety briefing and all that good stuff. They're going to get loaded up and head out, and we are just excited to get this year's Maverick Trail Meet going. This is Group 1 getting ready to go, and we'll hang out and we'll watch Group 2. We're actually riding with Group 3 today. So as we're watching everybody kind of get ready and get lined up and head out, let's talk a little bit about where we are.
And it's like, whoa, that means the car's coming. So slow down, get over.
So we are in the Kalispell RV Park in Cusick, Washington. Got to give some love to these guys. They really were very accommodating, held the whole park reservation for us until we got everybody situated. And they've been so accommodating and so friendly. Everything you need. I mean, RV spots with full hookups. They have cabins here. There's gas. There's a convenience store right over there that has a lot of stuff. It's like a market more than a convenience store. And just next to that is a casino. Inside the casino, of course, you can gamble. There's a restaurant and a bar. They even let us use their little meeting room there to have some of our little drawings and things like that. But yeah, just have to mention at Kalispell RV Park, you know, we show you some of these really great places to ride, and I've said in the past that I feel like it's also our responsibility to talk about some good places to stay, and this is one of those places. It's a great park. I mean, it's new, so the trees are still pretty small. There's really not a lot of shade, and it is pretty hot. But it's just a great little park in a great little area.
Time on the trail.
So I think I have a little bit of explaining to do. Yeah, that is not our machine. Suzanne is filming from a different machine today. So TJ came with us on this trip, and we were not able to bring his machine. We were only able to bring one machine because of reasons. But it just so happened that the Lubex had an empty seat in their machine for reasons. And so we ended up making it work with one machine. And so Suzanne rode with Gunther for the first couple of days, and then we kind of swapped around and ended up in our machine anyway. We kind of did a little swapping around from machine to machine just to kind of make it all work for all of us. So that is why Suzanne is in a strange machine. But anyway, let's carry on. Those of you that have been following this channel for a while, I mean, you kind of get what's going on, what's happened, how we got here, what we're all doing in this place. And if you're new here, you're probably wondering how all of these Maverick trails come together. I may or may not have mentioned in the beginning that this is the 6th annual Northwest Can-Am Maverick Trail meet. Again, yeah, this is our 6th year of doing this. Every year it gets a little bit bigger. Every year it's held in a different place. You know, the credit for all of this really has to go to the old buzzer, Dan Plute. He started a Facebook page called Can-Am Maverick Trail. Has just thousands of followers at this point. It's a fantastic group with a great bunch of people. This started way back when, where he wanted to get us and those of us in this group together to meet up once a year, you know, in our area of the Northwest, and it's just kind of grown and taken off from there. And throughout the years, people have stepped up to help plan or just take over completely, you know, planning the routes, planning the locations that we can all set up, you know, as a base camp in our RVs, and put the individual years and plans together. But Dan's been center to all of it. He started the group, he planned all of the events, and he's the hub of this wheel that we all call our Maverick Trail Facebook group. And yeah, this year it's in Cusick, Washington. And as I mentioned, we've had the privilege of riding this area before a few years ago. Ron hosted a few of us to ride in what is essentially his backyard. And so when he offered to take over and take the reins this year, we knew the area and we were just happy to come back. And what a year it really turned out to be. Yeah, I mean, it was hot. It was unseasonably hot. The whole Northwest was under this heat bubble or whatever they were trying to call it. So it was 10, 12 degrees above what it would normally be up here. It was pretty dang hot that week, but that's life. That's how it is. And you know, we kind of have to plan our meets in the summer so that we can get up in these mountains, and you know, you have to wait till after maybe mid-July to get up to the top of some of these passes. And so that's just kind of the nature of things, you know. When we do things during the summer, there's a pretty darn good chance it's going to be hot. Yeah, this year was certainly no exception. But just a big thanks to Ron again for putting this together. He did a fantastic job, and he spent a year, you know, keeping these trails groomed and, you know, laying down tracks and modifying tracks and tweaking things here and there. And I mean, he just gets just 99% of the credit for this amazing year we had, and then the rest of it goes to the old buzzer just for getting this whole thing started and keeping it going. And we're just having a great time. And this is just day one. You know, we got 3 more days of this, and we had some really fantastic vendors this year that donated a ton of prizes. And again, thanks to the Kalispell RV Park for letting us use the conference room in their casino, where we could get in the air conditioning and all get together and just do these prize drawings and some of our meetings and things like that. It just really turned out just great. I mean, we really had a great time. But man, there's a lot more coming. So stay tuned, and I hope you stay tuned and come back and see. There's a lot. We kind of spent most of this summer just filming, and now once the summer's going to start to wind down, I can start editing and putting things up in a semi-regular schedule. Yeah, this is just a little nibble of things to come. Anyway, thanks for watching. We will see you in the next video, and we will see you on the trails.